Okay. Hi, I'm here with George Fitzgerald in Book Value, and I'm just going to talk about George's latest book called The Ticking Clock. Hi George, how did this book come about?
Well, the whole concept came about through a friend of mine who was actually involved. He witnessed a funeral actually in London, and he came up with the concept of the ticking clock, and he came to me and presented me with the concept, and then asked me would I be interested in writing the story. So basically that's how the concept came up, you know. And I wrote it about a year ago, and we've been editing ever since, and that's basically how that came up.
Cool. How much time a week would you dedicate to the writing?
Well, I wrote the whole thing in about probably 3 days. I've done the first draft in about 3 days. Approximately, it's a short book, about 20,000 words. So it was drafted in as I said, in about 3 or 4 days. But it's taken a bit of time between the usual with books, editing wise, proofreading and all that type of thing, you know what I mean? So there's been a lot of delays on it, but hopefully it's coming out on ebook this week.
Cool. And what was the idea of what's the book roughly about?
The whole idea is about a chap called Mark, and he meets this girl called Emily, and he meets her, basically bumps into her. It's a happenstance type of meet where he bumps into her under Merchant's Arch, and then he meets her again, and a relationship develops. He's very handsome, rich type of character, and but what he's doing is he's having an affair. She doesn't know that. He has an affair with one particular woman called Sarah, and they come to this place where they decide that they're going to murder Sarah's husband. So he gets involved with gangland because the internet's the worst criminals, and he needs them. Then he reckons that they really shouldn't be in their company, so he decides to actually murder the husband himself. So there's a lot of conspiracy and there's a lot of intrigue involved, and his part is that he actually has a fatal situation where he dies and he departs into hell, and it's bringing the viewer into it's a sort of type of modern day version of sort of Scrooge. You know, it's a Scroogey, Dante's Inferno thing. Now naturally he doesn't stay there, he sort of tells the story, but it brings the reader down into hell, and then he has a confrontation where he actually gets out and continues on in his life. So he sort of becomes a great character. In Scrooge meets his former boss, Jacob Marley, his first vision. In this, it's Christmas time as well. He meets his boss, Harold, his first encounter, and leads him straight into this place.
How did you get into writing in the first place?
Well, I started about, must have been about 6 years ago now. I've written about 7 books. This may be total to publish. And we're going to go the whole ebook thing with this to begin with. Our initial plan was to have 10,000 copies printed, but we're looking at the ebook thing, so we're going to go with the ebook to begin with and see where this goes. We're just going to new adventure, and this sort of it's going to be free to download. So it'll be free to download. So eventually, if we do bring it out in paperback, it'll be at a minimum price because, as I said, it's only a short book. It's only about 25,000 words. Like a book I wrote called Tommy Two Coats and Mr. Jacob's Coin. That's probably up there between 90,000 words. So, but I'm finding that to bring the message short, quick, fast, available to people is to bring in maybe a shorter document rather than a larger one.
Yep. So how is the writing world at the moment?
Yeah, well, it seems to be tough out there in every sort of genre, regardless what it is. And I think particularly from what I've been viewing with the whole book thing, that there will always be a sort of a romance between the buyer and the book itself. But I think that this e-book thing seems to be the way to go at the moment.
Yeah, I'm hearing good things about it.
Yeah, it's a project that we work at. We bring it to where it needs to go.
Brilliant.
That's it really, you know.
That's brilliant. So, you happy enough?
Yeah, that's great. Thanks very much.
Great.
So,
great, nice to meet you,
thanks
George.
very much. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, the book will be out probably at the end of the week. Please God, it's free to download. It's called The Ticking Clock. We advise everyone to have a good read of it. Thank you very much.
End of February 2013.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.